On tonight's show, Bill Thomas, Stephen Johnson, and musical guest, Zoo.
Schermerhorn, wake up, wake up. Get some of this camouflage on your face. We're moving out in 30 seconds. You're looking like a full moon out here. Camie up, camie up, camie up.
Paul, we gotta go. What are you doing?
On tonight's show, we welcome Bill Thomas, the co-founder of Active Artists Alliance. For our viewers who may not already know, what is Active Artists Alliance?
Active Artists Alliance is a nonprofit artist collective. That's the simplest explanation. It was founded in Chautauqua County about 8.5 years ago by a group of about 20 of us who were all originally from this area. And a lot of us were going away to college. It was people I knew who were working as graphic designers, and some people I knew who were musicians, and a couple people who were like art majors at school and stuff. And so it just started as an email list of about maybe 20 people we knew already, just so we could keep in touch and kind of promote our shows, promote what we're doing while we're away at school and stuff. And it just kind of grew from there.
Wow, cool.
And pretty quickly evolved into, rather than as a group to promote other shows, it evolved into the group organizing its own shows. And the Artist Alliance becoming more of a vehicle to organize shows than just in addition to a promotion network.
Okay. You got the third Thursdays every month, right?
Yep. Yeah, we organize the third Thursday concert series, the third Thursday of every month from May to September. And we do that in collaboration with Jamestown Renaissance Corporation.
Okay.
They help us out. Well, it's their space. They own Winter Garden Plaza. It's their land. So this is the second year we've been doing that, and people are really receptive to that.
Yeah.
You know, the community comes out. People really seem to love it.
You have other shows that you support, and
Yeah, there's the one that
Art Burn.
we do, the Art Burn, which is actually, the Art Burn's an auction. It's a thing
It's a good name.
Right.
Catches your
we
eye,
conceived it a long time ago. We've only been doing it about 3 years. This will be the third year. But basically it's older work that we as artists have. A lot of times it's pieces that we've shown in the past. You know, they've been shown a couple times. Or, you know, they're hanging in your house, or a lot of times we have artwork that's in storage.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is a lot of times people say, oh, I want to buy that one. Hold on to it for me. And then they don't buy it, you know. So through these various methods, you end up with excess artwork. And it's stuff you like, but you can't keep it all, you know.
Yeah.
And so the Art Burn was conceived as sort of a ritual, almost like a sacrifice. So we put the work up for sale, live auction, very low opening bid. You know, these are pieces that would normally sell for $100 or more, several $100 depending on what it is. And opening bid usually of like $25 or $30, you know. And we sell a lot of work that way. A lot of people come out for the opportunity to own local work at a discounted rate and participate in the auction and the whole thing. But any of the pieces that don't sell, the artist throws on the bonfire. There's a giant fire going on next to the auctioneer. And yeah, soon any piece that doesn't sell, we hand it off to the artist, and the artist throws it on the fire.
Yeah, I was there last year, and surprisingly, pretty much everything sold except for like 2 or 3. And some people were actually disappointed that there was more on the fire.
Both years, the first year we did it, only one piece burned. And then last year we did it, actually right up until the end, everything got bought. And Dave Grice and I each had a piece we had held back, kind of kept in storage, or, you know, kept back behind the scenes. Yeah. And when none of them got to burn right at the end, we added 2 to the auction right at the end. Yeah. And before anyone could bid on them, we burned them. Yeah. Just because by that point you want to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
At first everyone's a little nervous about it, and by the end everyone's really
let
it go.
Sacrifice.
Yeah. So it's become a ritual to like kick off the beginning of summer now too. You know, it's part of our summer showcase at the 100 acre lot, which we've been doing for 8 years now. There's a few years where we did 2, so this is the 11th one over the past 8 years. Now it's a free all ages show. It's at the 100 acre lot right by JCC, and great family picnic thing with bands. We hang artwork. We do the auction. It goes all day.
You had the activeartistalliance.org, and that I'm sure has all the details about
exactly
when they happen.
Yeah. Actually, it's activeartist.org.
Active artists.
Artists, plural.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure I get that right on the website when I put it up.
But yeah, it's right.
And you said it's free to anybody to join.
Mm.
You just go to online and
if you go to activeartist.org, there's a sign up, a little tab there where you can sign up. So it's open to anyone who's creative, who's considers themselves active enough to get a little more involved. Anyone who wants to be in some shows locally or sort of regionally. We do some stuff in Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Anyone who just wants to help promote the local scene, or people in bands too, not just visual artists, but musicians are definitely welcome. We've got some writers who are part of it, who don't necessarily participate in the shows as much, but participate online, and who, if there was a way to include them in the show, I'd be into it. If someone's got a great idea. Like a couple of the first shows we did a couple at EBC in Fredonia. This would have been probably spring of 06.
Mm-hmm.
We did some shows up there we did one with The Audience and a band from Buffalo called Besnio. That was really good. And we had some friends who were in the English department at Fredonia at the time. So that first Fredonia show we did, there was 5 or 6 people who read their poetry, in between the bands. And it was awesome. It was really, really good. And I wasn't really sure how it was going to go off, in front of the crowd, how people were going to respond. People loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was really cool. But there's not that many people, but there's a really high percentage of people who seem like they're paying attention, at least. Either being creative and getting involved, or being involved as a fan or a supporter, come out and watch.
So yeah, check out the website, activeartists.org, and get involved.
Yeah.
If you're an artist, that's what it's there for.
Yeah, just get in touch. Anyone who's interested in getting involved in any way, get in touch. And Third Thursday concert series is the third Thursday of the month, every month till September.
Yeah.
People should come check that out. It's free and it's downtown. And I'm sick of hearing people complain that there's nothing to do.
I know. There is actually a lot to do in Jamestown and Chautauqua and stuff. So.
Yeah.
All right, check it out.
Excellent.
Joel Thomas.
Thank you.
Can we just cancel the show tonight? Patty says 107's enough to go on. She'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll take a refill. Cheers. I like your green shirt, Paul.
Yeah. I like yours.
Thanks. What do you think would happen if we showed up after happy hour wasted? I love the sound effects. I think I just got cream horn in my beer. I don't have anything to talk about, Paul. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Now I'm pleased to welcome Steve Johnson, author of Camie Up, a memoir of a Recon Marine in Vietnam. Welcome to the show.
Paul?
Hello. What prompted you to write this book?
Well, I've done some writing before, little small things in local publications, but I have a younger sister who thought it'd be a great idea for me to just sit down and type out a period of time in my life that was 40-something years ago. She didn't know what kind of a project she was asking me to do, but I realized right away it was going to be a long thing. But She wanted me to type up the story of, relating how my experience in Vietnam was in 67 and 68. And it's a very long time. It took over 5 years to finally put together. But during that time, I quit several times. I always picked it up again because I don't like to leave things unfinished. And I figured, well, I got to finish it just so I can say I finished it. And that's why it took that long. But she pushed me into it. Basically, it's her fault.
Well, I'm sure you get this question a lot of the time, but where did you come up with the title?
Camie Up. Camie is short for camouflage, and it's not camouflage like the outfits you see everybody wearing now. It's not camouflage like sticking trees and bushes in your hair and all that kind of thing to hide. This is we used a stick, like basically a makeup stick, a putty that was rock hard, but it was 2 different colors of green that we would put on our faces, any exposed flesh, because the idea behind reconnaissance patrols, which is the type I ran, was to go into enemy territory, sometimes miles deep, by helicopter. We'd spend sometimes up to a week out there. The idea being we had to move around in their territory, the bad guys' territory, see what they're up to or what they're not up to. Finding out that nothing was going on was as good as finding out that something was going on. But that was our job, to go out there and see what we could find out. Without being detected, by the way. So we're back to camouflage. Did not want to be seen. And it's surprising in a green world, which is jungle, how much flesh shows up. Even on the black Marines, there's reflection of perspiration off the faces. So even the black Marines use that face paint to paint up with. And every morning out on patrols, when we got up, because at night it was frequently so hot that we'd sweat the camouflage stuff right off. First thing in the morning, the word goes out, Camie Up, which means reapply this stuff. Again, we don't want to be seen out there at all. And the publisher, I was very surprised, actually picked that title. They wanted several examples, and I sent that in because that was just a term that we use all the time. And they thought that would be the appropriate one because it kind of grabs the eye. Or,
yeah, it's catchy.
Whatever. And so that's where the title came from.
So that's where the recon thing is.
Recon is short for reconnaissance, which means just exactly that. Go out and find out what's going on, report back. We had the capability of calling in fixed wing jets or artillery because if you can inflict damage on the enemy while you're out there, great. But we only operated in 7 to 9 man patrols. And if we're out there and we're observing an enemy, for instance, battalion base camp, that's 1,000 people. We're not going to go down there and pick a fight with them.
No.
But we'll call in people who can do the job. And again, we're invisible out there as much as possible. So we do what damage we can. We report on everything we see, bring that information back. Over a period of time, over many, many recon patrols in a particular area, the S2, which is the intelligence section, will put together all the information that comes back. And based on that information, they know that they can leave this area alone because there's nothing going on there, enemy-wise, or over here is a big buildup. This is where we'll send the ground forces in a major campaign. That's the purpose for us to gather all this information to begin with.
Where can people find a copy of this?
Well, you can order it through the publisher, which is McFarland. Go directly through their website. You can, there's a little bookstore in Lakewood, Off the Beaten Path. They can get the book for you. Or you can, the place to go where it's on hand for sale is the Fenton History Center on South Main, or actually it's on Washington Street. They have copies of the books right there in their gift shop.
Cool. Well, thank you for being on the show.
No problem.
Thank you for talking with me.
Right, that was manly. That wasn't even an effort, that was an accident.
Yeah, raised it 3 basically, so.
So 3 manly.
I rated all of these black ones. You want to win our blinds that bad?
That's like 250.
I don't care.
Hey, I got 2
What
4s.
the? You raised it.
I got 2 4s. I raised it 3.
We shuffled this. Come on. I'm checking. It's not that big of a deal.
Just like trying to decide the entire time.
We should convert that. That's like yellow. What's up, dude?
What's that one?
This hasn't been very successful. This is not a very successful brainstorming session.
Seems more like a brain farting session to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zoo performing The Jungle. From The Jungle. Or somebody's backyard, yeah. Thanks, guys. That was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
So everybody at home, check out Zoo. They're on Facebook, Bandcamp. They just released a new EP. We'll link to everything, obviously. Check them out. Thanks, guys.